I had to make sure it was recording. I actually videoed this, and the air conditioner or something was making some weird noise, and so you couldn't hear what was going on. And then I left the iPad at home to video, so I'm going to redo this with just me and whoever is watching this at home. But what we've done is talk about subject pronouns in French. So in English, a subject is what your sentence is about. And a pronoun takes the place of a noun. So if you were talking about your teacher and talking about how crazy Miss Stroh is, giving you all this homework, and said, Miss Stroh is the French teacher, and Miss Stroh is at Northeast, and Miss Stroh gave me all this homework. You're not actually going to say my name over and over and over and over again. Ultimately, you are eventually going to say she, or you, or we, or something like that when you're talking to your friends or to family or writing a paper or whatever it is. So, I'm kind of color coding this. The blue is going to be the French. And the red is going to be the English. And this, like a filled-in version of this is on the website as well that you can look at. It's not quite as color-coded as this, but you can go back and look at this, fast forward to the end of the video if you need to, and just look at the chart, or you can watch the whole thing. And then I am also going to write a couple of other things in different colors. But just like you have in English, first person, second person, third person, you have the same thing in French. And so if you look at the chart, this first line all the way across, this is your first person. The second line all the way across is second person. Then all of this below that, the last three lines, all of this is your third person, okay? This side of your chart, the left side, this is singular. So your singular subject pronouns. And the other side is your plural subject pronouns. Or are your plural subject pronouns. So in English, you have I as your first person subject pronoun. You already know how to say I, you just may not know that you know how to say I. So, if you remember, at the beginning of the year we had je m'appelle, which we said meant my name is. And that is true, that's how we say it. But the French say, I call myself. So you already knew how to say I. So just like you said je for je m'appelle, je over here, it's going to be in blue, means I, okay? Second person, singular side, we have you. And this is going to be, in French, the informal you. So if you think back again to the beginning of the year when we were doing our greetings and we had informal stuff and formal stuff, situations where you could talk to your friends one way, but you would talk to the president another way. So this you is tu, T-U. And that would be if you are talking to your friends and you would say, hey, are you coming to the party tonight? This is the you that you would use, okay? We'll get to the other you in just a minute. So the other side, your third person pronouns, you have he and it. Then you have she and it. And then you have this one, and I'll get to that one in a minute. But the reason you have two different ways to say it is because you have masculine and feminine nouns. So to say he, you would say il, like il s'appelle. For she, it's elle, as in elle s'appelle. But also, if you are trying to talk about the marker, the pencil, the board. So, for instance, the board is white. The board is at the beginning of the class, or at the front of the classroom, rather. What you would do, board is le tableau. Because this is masculine, you have to use a masculine form of it, which would be il. If you're talking about the table, which is very similar, this one is feminine, so you would have to use a feminine way to say it. Okay. The last one is on. So you have je, tu, il, elle, on. This is like someone. And what this is, how it works, an indefinite pronoun. You don't always know who your subject is. So if you think about when people say, they say you shouldn't smoke, you don't really know who exactly they is or who you is. It's just a generic thing. Someone says that someone shouldn't smoke. That's when you use on. We're not going to do a lot with this one. You just have to kind of recognize it and know kind of what it means. All right, so those are your singular subject pronouns. This side is for plural. So your first person plural subject pronoun in English is we. So you're including yourself. It's I plus someone else. And that you have not seen yet, but it is new. Like, I want a new car. That's how you pronounce it. This one is going to be you, and it's going to be y'all. And the reason it means two things is because this one is a singular way to say you, but it is formal. Okay, so this is your informal way to say you if you're talking to your friends. This, vous, if you remember from beginning of the year, is the formal way to say vous. So if you're saying, hey, are you coming to the party, and you're talking to the president, you would say you using vous. But you also use vous as y'all. So this is you, but it is plural. Okay? So if you ask your whole class, hey, are you coming to the party? Are y'all coming to the party? You still use vous right here. So 3 different uses of the word you right here. The last two all mean they, or both mean they. But again, just like you have a masculine it and a feminine it, you have to have a masculine they and a feminine they. And there will be another video telling you what replaces everything. So if you just need to know what the subject pronouns are, that's all this video has. The next one you can watch after this will have what everything means on how to replace everything.